Hello and welcome to my channel, Baseball from Where I Sit. This is all new to me, so please be patient. Question to be asked when starting a new channel, where do you begin? At the beginning, I suppose, and seeing as it's over a week of spring training, we may as well begin there in Arizona and Florida. Today is Friday, February 21st. Pitchers and catchers have been in camps for a while. The players have been in since, I guess, Monday, some even earlier. The Cubs and Dodgers started playing yesterday in preparation for their time when they go to Japan to open the season earlier than everybody else. I haven't really paid much attention to spring training over the years, but now if I'm going to talk about that and have this channel, I think I should start by paying more attention to spring training. And one of the things that I found to start with was in looking is the amount of players, especially pitchers, that are on the injured list at this time of year. So that is where we'll start. I'm going to have a list with me. I'm not going to name off all the players who are on the list. Maybe some that are better known, but a lot of them have been on the list for a while. Definitely, mostly pitchers. There's right now 82 players on the injured list of some sort. 67 of those are pitchers. So let's just take a look at the teams and how things look for them. The Athletics, they've got two players out. Both of them are pitchers. Um, elbow Tommy John, a lot of that. Um, the Braves, three players out. Two of them are pitchers. The one main player out really is Ronald Acuna, who will not be back until at least May 1st. He's a big part of the Braves team, and hopefully he gets back sooner rather than later. A team that is not up there on the board, and I'll look at them now, is Arizona. I've got them down here. I don't have anybody on their list, only because I believe there's four players on their list, but they're all probable for opening day. And the main one to think about there is Jordan Montgomery. Back to this list, Baltimore, six players out, five of them pitchers. Um, the one name on there that stuck out to me for the Orioles is Felix Bautista, who is listed as questionable for the start of the season. From other things that I've seen, and maybe this is an update, he had hoped to be their closer again after Tommy John surgery. The Red Sox, four players out, three of them are pitchers. The one player to look at that's out is Masataka Yoshida, who is expected to be, it says at least till March 27th. So maybe not for the start of the season, but and maybe a little bit later. Next is the Cubs. Two players out. One player is a pitcher. The guy that isn't is Nico Hoerner, second baseman, and he is just like Yoshida is looking at least till March 27th. So I'm not sure what all of that means. Maybe if they're not ready, they'll go on an injured list, a 10-day list, or whatever. But that's where they stand right now. The the White Sox, three players, they're all pitchers. The Reds, three players on the list, they're all pitchers. All of them are. One is Brendan Williamson for the Reds. He's out for the season. The Guardians, seven players out. They're not the most on the list, but they're close. The guys to look at there is Shane Bieber, at least till July 1st, and David Fry, a catcher. He's at least till May 26th. The Tigers have four players out, all of them pitchers. Alex Cobb being one of them, at least May 1st for him. The Astros, again, four players out as well, all pitchers. Lance McCullers is the name that pops out to me, and he is at least till May 1st. The Royals have nobody listed, and I probably should have looked at this. They may have a player or two, but they are going to be back on opening day, or they're they look to be ready to start the season. If there's anybody on, there might have been a couple. The Angels, 3 guys out with. Now where I've lost the Angels. They've got 3 players out. Only one of them is a pitcher. So that for them that makes things better for them in many ways. They're they almost buck the trend. Most of these guys being pitchers. The Dodgers, 9 players out, with 8 of them being pitchers. The one name that's really sticks out, and he is that one that isn't a pitcher, and that's Freddie Freeman. Still dealing with his ankle, which if you saw the World Series last year, he was hobbled by that. Although it didn't affect him too much, he did well, um, but he is questionable to start the season right now for the Dodgers. The Marlins, 2 players out, both pitchers. The Brewers, 5 players out, 4 of them are pitchers. The Twins, they've got there's nobody. There's like a note here I have is 2 are probable to start the season. The Mets have 5 guys out right now. 4 of them are pitchers. The name that sticks out there is AJ Minter. He is out at least till March 27th. So there's another one of those that he might be ready for opening day and he might not. The Yankees have 3 out, 2 of them pitchers. The big name there to be out is that non-pitcher is Giancarlo Stanton, who is a DH for them. His status is at least March 27th. So maybe he'll be ready to start the season or not. His issue is an elbow, which seems to be the issue with most pitchers. The Phillies, nobody. There's nobody even on their list. So they're in pretty good shape. The Pirates, they have 3 players out. One is a pitcher. One isn't a pitcher. That's Spencer Horwitz, who has a wrist injury, and he's another one that's at least till March 27th. So I guess they're looking at these guys as they come into camp, and they're hoping they're going to be ready, or won't be ready till at least that opening day, and maybe they'll have to spend a little more time on an injured list. The Padres, 1 player on the list, 1 pitcher. That guy is a big name, Joe Musgrove. He's out for the season. So that's a blow to the Padres. It's a few years now removed, but Joe Musgrove is the only one that has thrown a no-hitter for the San Diego Padres in their team's history. The Giants have nobody listed on any injury list. The Mariners have 2 players on the list. Both of them are pitchers. The Rays, 2 players on the list. 1 is a pitcher. The other is Ha-Seong Kim. He has a shoulder, and he's at least till May that he'll be out. The Rangers, two players on the list, both of them pitchers. Josh Sborz is the main one that jumps out to me, and he is listed as at least till June 1st before he's back. The Blue Jays have 4 players out, 3 of them pitchers. The one that isn't is a big piece of their puzzle is Dalton Varsho. He is listed at least till April 15th before he comes back. His issue is a shoulder as well. The Nationals are the last team. They've got 2 out, and both of them pitchers. And most of these guys, as I mentioned, 67 pitchers out of the 82 total on the list, and a lot of it's Tommy John. Most of it's Tommy John. There's some other UCLs, things like that. You see some names down here: the Diamondbacks, Rockies, and Cardinals. I mentioned the Diamondbacks. Their guy on the list is Jordan Montgomery, who may be back at the start of the season. And there's 3 other guys, and they're probable to start the season as well. All of them are. The Rockies, there's nobody on the list. The Cardinals have nobody on the list. Thanks for sitting through this. It's new to me, and I really don't want to use these sheets, but for this list, I had to. I'll update this list, and this is up until yesterday. before I even finished this list off this morning, I had to do a few more additions to it. There were, I believe it was another 8 were added to the list today, and that was by 9:30 this morning. So I expect there's even more, and I'll add those to the list, and probably be a more comprehensive list when I put those names up. I'll also have some transactions later today too. I, I noticed this morning that there was some, and a lot of them were assigned to players assigned to. Most of those assigned to players were minor leaguers that were assigned to the parent club, and they're playing today. And I think that's like just a bookkeeping thing more than anything. But there'll be more later today. I hope to have another one later this afternoon or after the games are over this evening. But if you haven't already, please hit like and subscribe. I'd appreciate any support. I will talk to you again soon.